We are couple on the cut, Cindy, Michael and our furry crew member Toffee, and we live aboard our 57-foot narrowboat Tumbleweed as we seek adventure on the inland waterways of England and Wales. Glad to have you join us. Welcome aboard. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and we've just left Rugeley. And I'm making sure that Toffee is warm. I may be soppy, but I love that look she gives me. Coming up to our first lock, Colwich Lock. Look how picturesque it is. Look, there's a dog on the bridge. The dog belongs to this lovely woman who helped us through the lock. Her boat that you can see in front of us will be coming in afterwards.
Morning everyone, hope you're all well. We've, where have we just left? Oh terrible.
Rugeley.
Rugeley, yes, we've just left Rugeley. Well, just left. We left at 8 o'clock this morning and it's now 9:41. We've just got through one of two locks. Boat was waiting to come in, so they helped us through. And we're now heading about a mile for the next lock, and then turn left at Great Haywood Junction onto the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. And we're going to try and moor up in Tixall. Tixall was a place we saw when we were there last time. It gets really like Tixall. It's really wide. Loads of wildlife there, but there were no moorings, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get there quite early today because it will be a short cruise and we might be able to moor there, which will be lovely for a night. And then pizza tonight.
Oh yeah, lovely.
But I had a good night's sleep last night despite going to bed while Cindy was doing a ukulele practice. It's going well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, considering I've never played a ukulele or a guitar before.
Well, we took the opportunity to cruise today because it's a beautiful day. Well, beautiful day so far. It's going to rain later, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it's wind and rain tomorrow and then possibly Friday. So we'll see whether we continue our journey towards Chester. We decided to go down the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal and join the Shroppie. We were in two minds whether to carry on up the Trent and Mersey, but we were looking at winter stoppages and making a certain lock before it closes, and we just thought that was probably the better route to take. But both places get us to where we want to go, but we are going to be turning left. And we love the Shroppie, don't we?
Yeah,
last time we were on that, it was really nice.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. But it's a nice day so far, a bit chilly, but the sun's out now, or coming out, between the clouds. We should, I kind of probably think that we'll make Tixall wide in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Probably a bit longer with the lock. And then we'll make some pizza for tonight, I think, if we stop, because we're going to stop early enough to be able to make the dough and the pizza base, so
Looking forward to that.
Well, I haven't done it yet.
I do enjoy his pizzas.
That's a good job, really, isn't it?
Yeah. In fact, I enjoy everything he cooks.
A lot of nice comments about the lamb casserole, and it spurred some people on to make it themselves. Who was it that sent a message to say
Sally.
that? Sally. Yeah, and there was somebody else, I can't remember. I do apologise. We did answer your comment, but I can't remember your name. I do apologise for that. But yeah, it'd be lovely to think that people are, well, not making the stew for the first time, but I think it's just watching it. It gets the taste buds going and they think, oh, I'm going to make one of those. That's what we used to do, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you watch cookery programmes and you think, I'm going to make that.
And people may say, why doesn't Cindy do any cooking? And the fact is I can cook, but he enjoys it, and I just do it if I have to.
To be honest, I love cooking, but if Cindy cooked and I was present or in the boat, I'd be interfering and stirring something or looking over her shoulder, and I just, I can't help it. I love it so much, which is not unusual. But, some people have said, were you a chef? No, I wasn't. I never have been. And I think that's why I love it so much. If I did it for a job, it's better, because I took my pilot's license, and my tutor was saying to me that what do I want to do with my license? Do I want to go commercial? And I said, I don't know. This is when I took my license, and he said, well, I'd advise you not. He flew for British Airways, and said, the novelty wears off a little bit if you're doing it every day. And I still love flying, and just kept it as a hobby, which was great, and I loved it.
But it's the same with my drawing. Somebody asked me in the comments if I ever sold my drawings, and I have sold some, but it's usually when people approach me, because I found that if I have to draw for somebody else, I tend not to enjoy it so much, because there's a time constraints and getting the picture absolutely perfect so that they can recognise their pets. You end up not enjoying it so much.
Yeah, you go through a stage when you're drawing, don't you, that, I don't think it's right, have I finished? And apparently that's a thing with artists, isn't it? Have I actually finished? I've sold some of my paintings, but
a lot of them.
I don't do commission work because of that pressure, but I'll do a painting, put it on the website, and then when somebody buys it, you think, they're buying it because they like it, not because they're saying, I've asked you to paint it, it's really nice, and then they walk away and say, look at that crap, to somebody, because rarely do people tell you the truth when they're looking at something that they've asked you to paint or draw for them. But a lady in it was Ireland, wasn't it? I think she bought about 4 or 5, didn't she?
Did, yeah.
And there was another chap that bought a Halloween type one that I did. And I've given a few away. Yeah,
I've given lots away.
But that's kind of the pleasure of doing it, really, isn't it? Just knowing somebody's enjoying it and it's on somebody's wall, really.
Yeah, because we started them not because we was thinking of selling them, but we started them just because we wanted to, didn't we? And we was enjoying the process of learning how to draw and paint.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to plan to do, I've started to look at a graphite drawing that I want to do, so I'm going to start planning that. And I'll have to grid out the paper and start that, but I'll show you that when it's finished. Well, I haven't started it yet. And I may not show you if it's crap, actually. People say, where's that drawing you were going to show us? And I'm like, nah, it's right. No, you don't want to see that. But yeah, it's got quite nice on the boat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of artwork and stuff. But I used to have an easel with my oil paints in the house, but I can't have that on the boat, really. So I've just got to adapt. But I'll do some graphite pencil drawing, I think, for a little while, and then maybe get back into the oil painting. Because when we moved onto the boat, we thought we just haven't got room for all this stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I didn't bring my easel paints or anything, so I really have to. I've got my brushes, but I'll have to start that again. But you've got all your pencils. I think I showed those on the boat tour.
Yeah.
On the boat tour video. If you haven't seen that, you'll see where Cindy stores her artwork.
And when we lived in a house on land, you had a shed full of your art stuff, didn't you? It was a complete shed.
A studio, wasn't it? Yeah, we created a studio outside, and I used to have it all set up there.
And that was quite a big space for him to store all his stuff in. And that would probably take up most of the boat now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You don't need that big a space, though, do you, for oil painting? I mean, they're just tubes of paint, and you just need the room to leave it to dry. I mean, oil paintings can take weeks, months to fully cure, fully dry. But I also painted with acrylic, and that'll probably be the go-to on the boat because acrylic dries really quickly. In fact, you have to paint quite quickly because it dries, or do it in stages because it dries quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you did watercolour, didn't you?
Yeah, I did do watercolour. Very difficult, but I have done some. But now I'm just concentrating on coloured pencils and pastel pencils and graphite pencils. But now, of course, I've got two hobbies. I've got the ukulele and the pencils. So I just have to take turns in practicing them and drawing.
Then I used to play the drums. Played the drums for a number of years, but that's that's not possible, is it? And taught you actually, taught you to grade 2 level, which you enjoyed, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was actually quite proud of myself having to do different things at the same time. You know, a bit like patting your head and rubbing your tummy.
Well, limb independence with drumming, isn't it? You know, you are doing different things with your hands and feet that want to coincide with each other and do it together. But once you get past that, it's quite enjoyable, isn't it? And we used to have an acoustic set, and then we had a Roland electronic set, which was really good, wasn't it? Really enjoyed that. A bit better for the neighbours, that, 'cause you could wear headphones and things, couldn't you? Morning.
Hi.
You have to see the sun, but not in the wrong place.
No, not in your face, right? Yeah. Yeah, a guy was just saying it's nice to see the sun, but if you look behind me, it's right in his face. It's really difficult. In fact, it is difficult. I can't see a thing there. It's nice the sun's out, but not if you're facing it. Yeah, when I lived overseas, I taught a blind lady to play the drums, which I thought, you know, when she said she wanted to learn, it was kind of like, oh my goodness, how am I going to achieve this? But once she got used, I mean, her spatial awareness was incredible, and obviously, you know, she was blind from birth and totally able to know her surroundings very quickly. Once she knew where the drums were, she could. I mean, it was just incredible what she did. I taught her to play, but I taught her very little. She taught me more, I think. And after I'd spent some time with her, I used to try and close my eyes and play the drums, and it does help actually. But I don't know whether the sun is going to be affecting this video. Apologies if it is, but it's actually quite bright at the moment, so I'm not sure how much of us you can see.
It's actually quite strong, I can feel it.
It's 5 degrees. Well, I got up at 4:30 this morning, and it was 5 degrees, a bit nippy, but now that sun's come up, I think the temperature's going to rise a little bit. What is it now? Oh, it's 8. Okay, well, it's 3 degrees warmer, but that sun is really nice on the back of my head.
I didn't get up till 6:30.
But I do go to bed around 9 o'clock. I have done since we've been on the boat. I think it started out with kind of when we're getting off the River Nene, when we left March in Cambridgeshire, we just wanted to get off the River Nene in case it went into strong stream, because a day of rain, it would often go into strong stream. So it took us 10 days to get off it. But we were cruising for fairly long days, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I think it was the start of that, because just stood here cruising, you'll be surprised how tired you get. So at the end of it, when you've moored up, cook some food, eat that, I'm falling asleep. So I was going to bed at 9 o'clock, and because of that, getting up at early hours, 4:30, 5 o'clock. But I just found how lovely that time of day was. Just in springtime it was coming into, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was just lovely. I caught so much wildlife on camera just being up at that time, and really liked it. And it's getting into winter now, and the clocks are changing this weekend coming, I think, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
And I'm not sure how that will affect me, whether I'll still want to but I'm getting up now and it's dark. But yeah, I just love the mornings. Love it.
I love them too, just not that early.
Yeah, there's only 4:30 in the day for you, isn't there? That's the afternoon one.
No. I'd say between 6:30 and 7:30 I get up.
Anyway, I'm just going to see if I can't stop that sun shining into the lens, so I think we'll cut it for a moment. We're coming up to the lock shortly, and then we'll talk to you in a bit when that sun's not in your faces.
This is Hayward Locks. I didn't have to do much here as the man on the left was showing a new narrowboater the ropes.
Hello everyone, it's 11:15 and we've made it to Tixall Wide. There were a couple of moorings. I think we've got a half decent one, which is really good. We'll probably be here for a couple of days because of the weather, but we'll see. The forecast changes every 5 minutes, so we'll see what happens and keep an eye on it. But we're really pleased that we made it here. Last time we came through this area, this was full of moorings, so we couldn't get in, but look how lovely it is. I'll talk to you later.
Taking Toffee for an evening walk. Look at the view and look at the sunset. Beautiful. This morning we decided to cruise on to Acton Trussell. Forecast did say rain, but it turned out not to be too bad. It was very blustery though. In the distance you can see an Elizabethan gatehouse, the only remaining structure of Tixall Hall. The lake was likely created during the construction of the canal in 1771. Thomas Clifford owned the hall at the time. It's said Clifford allowed the canal to pass through his land on the condition that it be wide enough to resemble a lake, preserving the view from the house. Managed to capture this kingfisher on camera. Black clouds are rolling in. Decided to moor up here for the night, and these are our neighbours. Toffee has fallen asleep.
Lewis, thank you very much.
We really hope you've enjoyed this video. If this is the case, we'd really appreciate it if you could click the like button, the subscribe button as it's totally free to do, and the bell icon to be notified of future videos. Oh, and not forgetting the new hype button. It would really help our channel. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on board with us today. Thank you for watching, please take care, and we hope to see you next time. Bye bye for now.